So I really wanted to hang out over at the Hub SeaWorld Research Institute for longer, but I had to get over to the next inside look stop at Orca Encounter. Oh, really? Since you put it that way, I can understand your aversion to the spot, but I think the lesson there is beware of orcas bearing fish. I plead the fish, I mean the fifth. Anyway, for today's Inside Look presentation, we learned about some of the research that the orcas participate in that helps us better understand killer whales in the wild.
So excited to get to share with you some of the research studies our whales are actively participating in. Today we're going to be going over 4 of those research studies, including our hearing study, measurements, heart rate study, and cognition. First, we're going to be talking about our hearing study we've been doing with our killer whales. Now, have you guys ever had your hearing tested? Anyone? With whales, we do a little bit differently. If they hear a tone, we ask them to blow bubbles, and that tells us whether or not they were able to hear that tone. So Caitlin is showing off that yellow tone box right now. So go ahead, Caitlin, and press that tone. Oh, I see some bubbles from Corky, and some from Ikaika. Great job! So what we've heard from these hearing studies is whales actually hear at a much higher frequency than we hear. So the sound of our voice is actually on the side of that lower frequency, so whales can't hear that very well, which is why we use whistles to communicate them, as well as hand gestures. So right now we're going to play a tone at those lower frequencies. Ideally, they should blow bubbles if they can't hear it. So let's see, we're going to hit that tone box again. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything. Do you guys see any bubbles? No? Okay. So the next study we're going to be talking about is a nutrition study that actually we were able to do through measuring the whales. Ikaika is actually currently our largest whale at the moment. He's over 10,000 pounds. So Ashley simply just asked him to kind of do a headstand here. She's going to grab onto those flukes. And we're just going to try to measure him from tip to tip. All right, we got that measurement. Believe it or not, Ike's flukes from tip to tip are 7 feet long. So what's really great about this behavior is, as you saw, me and Ashley got very close to Ikaika, and that's something we can't do with wild orca populations. Every day we're strengthening our relationship and that mutual trust. And another really cool study we're able to do, because we are able to get up close with these animals, is our heart rate study. We actually have a heart rate monitor device. Sometimes we put it on their side, sometimes their stomach on the back. So I'm going to come in front of you, actually. Perfect. And I'm going to stick this guy right between those pecs. No issues. Shuka seems very comfortable. So we're going to give her some nice reinforcement. Not only are we testing to make sure that this prototype is effective and staying on Shuka, but we're collecting data. You guys can see it's still on. So this is a pretty good prototype so far. I'm gonna get those little suctions. All right, easy peasy. All right, how do you guys give a round of applause for Shuka? She did great, right? She's really amazing. Our last research study has to do with cognition. And it's actually, believe it or not, a video game.
We were able to develop an entirely new enrichment program called WEEV, which stands for Whale Electronic Video Enrichment. This allows the whales to come down underwater and control the cursor or the mouse, helping scientists understand their intellectual and pattern recognition properties.
So you might be wondering, how the heck do we train these whales to play video games? But we wanted to make sure our whales could see the screen. So we're going to show you a little demonstration of that right here today. So right now, the whales should be looking at me, and I'm going to ask them to wave their tails loose. So here's the cue, and then hopefully let's take a look and see if they got it. Oh, they look like they're doing the right thing. Okay, very nice, that's so cool. Okay, so this is where it gets fun, you guys. I actually picked out a volunteer at the beginning of the show. All right, let me see if our whales are ready. Whales are ready. Okay, you're just gonna spin in a circle, do a hula. All right, give her a round of applause, you guys, she's beautiful. Oh, they're doing it! If you turn around, you can see them on the screen. Yeah, good job! Okay, you're doing great, so I'm gonna have you do one more, okay? You get the camera on Kira. There she is. All right, go ahead and do that signal. go up and down. Okay, let's see. They're splitting up. I don't know. Oh no, Shakira, we're in trouble. This wasn't really supposed to happen. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, it is still very early in the training process. What's happening now? Oh no, Shakira, they're getting the other side. What if you lost them? Okay. Well, clearly our whales are showing us that this is the tail end of today's Inside Look.
I wonder if they could teach the orcas to play Doom. Huh? Oh, sorry. Intrusive thoughts. Well, if it helps us communicate better with the whales, we can learn how to help them better. So I'm all for it. Communication is the key to life. That and dropped French fries, right? Yeah, you do love your sidewalk fries. You're funny, Peebs. Someone should put that on a shirt. Oh, absolutely, Peebs. You are such a genius. And believe me, it shows, my friend. It shows.
Channel U42 has your Saturday morning covered with cartoon craziness and video games galore. The morning starts off bright and early with the wacky adventures of everybody's favorite feathered friend, Poser Bird, in his crazy cartoon cavalcade at 8. Followed by the exciting adventures of Joe the Butcher and his little alien buddy Paddywhack on the Butcher Joe Show at 8:30. Then at 9, it's time for the delicious world of Chocoberry Cupcake, Orange Chicken Bowl, and all of their friends on the amazing world of Chocoberry Cupcake. At 9:30, it's time to come on down to Sea Park and meet some friends of mine for some aquatic antics. And then at 10, check out all the latest video games and get the hottest tips, tricks, and secrets on U42's own Videocade Extreme. U42, it's the answer to life, the universe, and Saturday morning cartoons.